Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This we get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news the northern summer is delivering positive economic vibes. But first up today, the expected rise in dairy prices at today's full dairy auction actually came in slightly better than expected. In US dollar terms, prices were up 5.5%, with the key whole milk powder price rising 7.2% and skim milk powder up 4%. Volumes sold were elevated. But in New Zealand dollars, the gains were not as strong, up 2.3%, as the Kiwi dollar has been strengthening lately. And today's result could keep that going. China and other North Asian buyers were prominent bidders, making this the biggest rise since March 2021. But having said that, overall prices are still only back to the June 2024 levels, so really it's only a short-term recovery. In the US, retail sales at physical stores were up 4.9% last week from the same week a year ago, reinforcing the rise in retail confidence there. And Taiwanese exporters rose a very healthy 4.8% in July from a year ago, up from a 3.1% increase in the previous month, and exceeding market forecasts of just a 2.6% rise. The increase was driven by continued strong demand for AI chips, but elsewhere demand was also quite broad. There has been a good turnaround in 2024 because a year ago these export orders were actually retreating. And China held its loan prime rates unchanged in August as expected after the cuts in July. The one-year loan prime rate is still at 3.45%, while the five-year rate is retained at 3.85%. Both rates are at record lows following the unexpected rate moves down in July. And German producer prices are still deflating, although only at 0.8% from a year ago, half the July rate of decline. Lower energy costs are the key driver here, so actually they'll quite like this result. And the RBA released the minutes of its August 6 meeting, and those warned of upside risks to inflation and therefore monetary policy. The risk of inflation not returning to target within a reasonable time frame had increased, they said. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now just on 3.83% and down 4 basis points from yesterday. And the price of gold will start today up $9 from yesterday at $2,511 an ounce. And oil prices are down 50 cents, just on $73 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is now just under $77 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar starts today up almost another half cent from yesterday at 61.4 US cents. Against the Aussie, we're up a half a cent too, at 91.2 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're up 20 basis points at 55.3 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at 69.3 and up 30 basis points from yesterday. You can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again tomorrow.